This is Brian Terrian here from the Disability Digest with a video about the Social Security Disability Trial to Work program. This is a program that allows disability recipients to ideally, comfortably go back into the workforce on a trial work basis. So in this video, I'm going to cover who's a candidate to take advantage of this, how much you can actually make in the trial work period, how much you can make and stay on your benefits and like test this out, and then the migration process off of benefits, what you need to do to get started and some considerations. So first of all, I do have to point out I found this rather amusing at the top, the disclaimer. Information published is accurate and up to date, but some information on this web page might be historical. So I'm going to go through one of the key points here that is massively confusing, and I view it to be a trap, which is how much you can make. I'm going to provide some clarity on that. So first of all, in advance, if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching this video. Here at the Disability Digest, we do three things. Help people get their disability benefits approved fast. We help them keep them, and we help people maximize their disability benefits. So if you're new and like the information we have, we encourage you to subscribe and ring the bell and join us as a member. Complete your membership profile, and then we can deliver information specific to you like this, like different ways that you can go back to work. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, at the end I'll put the links below this video. So the trial work period that you can go through allows you to make an unlimited amount of money in 9 different months. They don't need to be consecutive. So 9 months over 5 years. So if you go back into the workforce, any time that you earn over the allowed amount, which as of this video right now, it is $970 in 2022. Anytime you earn over that amount, you trigger a trial work month. So I'm going to pause here because there's different figures that are out there about how much you can make and keep your benefits, but in my opinion, the figure that you should use and be aware of is the 970, because anytime you're over that, you're using one of your 9 months. Once you exceed your 9 months, you are considered to be going migrating off of benefits, which there's another figure out there that's actually on this website that is $1,350 that they consider the SGA. And so that really confuses people. It's down here in this paragraph. SGA's monthly earning of $1,350. In my opinion, and this is just me based on all the people that I've seen that have gotten in like trouble with their benefits, I'd ignore the $1,350 and look at the $970. Anytime you're over $970, you need to know that you are going into your trial work period. So that is how much you can make. And anybody who is a Social Security disability recipient can, first of all, you can work. And if you're below the 970, you're not in the trial work process. If you're over it, as I mentioned, you are starting to get into the trial work period. And so anybody who's a candidate or a Social Security disability recipient can pursue this. Now, one of the things I wanted to explain and point out is a lot of individuals out there are doing work that is self-employment. And so here's a few things to consider and how you can use the Ticket to Work program, the trial work period. If you have the 9 months where you can have an unlimited amount of income that you can declare, and you are operating your own business and you have a corporation that is collecting the money and you're getting a paycheck out of that corporation, which is totally legal, you can use a major cash flow distribution in the form of a paycheck as a trial work month. So let's say that your average, typically you're getting paid $700 a month from your corporation, but at the end of the year you had a good year, so you're going to take a larger check out of it that will go over the 970, but that would actually be a trial work. So that is another way that you can manage the cash flow. Another way that I've seen people do this is 2 months out of the year, for example, they do seasonal work, which they just get their bodies prepared for doing it, and they go out and pursue seasonal work for like November and December, where there's work that is holiday driven, or in the summertime, that is weather driven, and just make it work for those 2 months. And those 2 months are accounting for 2 out of their 9 trial work months. So, and this is going to be relevant for people as their disability recipients up until they're 64. So, I mean, if you're in let's say you're 60 and you're going to use 2 months a year, you're only using 8 by the time that you're out of the income bracket. So there's some different ways in which you can use this feature to manage your money, stay on your benefits, and do that. So next thing I want to go over with you is some tips to get started, how you can get started. There's several ways you can do it. There are companies, some that we partner with, that actually are Ticket to Work approved companies that you can go to work with, and they have jobs, they have training, and they'll put you back to work. So if you're a member here and that's something that you're interested in doing, just reach out to us via email and we'll put you in touch with a company that has jobs for people that are disability recipients. Another way that you can get started is contact your local Vocational Rehabilitation Center. And this is a site that they have that's up about the Ticket to Work program, and it shows you the different ways to get started. And I will put in the show notes here around this video this link right here that gives you all of the local offices for vocational rehabilitation. You might not be able to see because the screen is adjusted, or I can pull this over, but you can just Google vocational rehabilitation office in my area, but this will have the link to all of them. So those are a few different ways in which you can start it. So far we've talked about who's candidate, how much you can make, some strategies for managing it, how to get started. My last point that I want to make with you, and is the most important in my opinion, is how to approach this. And in my experience here at the Disability Digest, I've had disability recipients work for me since 2007 when Dennis Berry started. And they've worked here, all of them have worked here part-time with the opportunity to go full-time. But at any point in time, there's been 40% or more of our business has been run by disability recipients. So what I've learned from this is that, one, people are very concerned about losing their benefits. Although there is this comfortable migration process online that you can read about, it still concerns people. Two is individuals are not ready, their bodies are not ready, or their conditions, or their whatever the limitation is, to go back to work full time. And this is really ideally targeted to bring people from a disability recipient back. Now, there's some exceptions to this. If you're a stroke victim and you had temporary limitations that you were able to rehab out, perfect. Cancer, something like that. Those are different, but a lot of conditions that people have that are chronic and permanent, it's really difficult to get back into the full-time workforce. So here's my point, my tip that I've seen work for people. Find a way to comfortably get started in doing something ideally that you like to do that will allow you to do it part-time and succeed on a part-time basis. Now, to demonstrate that to yourself that you can actually work and your conditions will allow you to work, it doesn't have to be employment. I mean, people have volunteered, people have done internships, people have done classes that they've taken so that they can say, all right, well, listen, I'm able to perform at this level. Now let's see what we can do. On the work side, there's a lot of part-time work out there, especially now in today's environment. And if you work, and keep it around the less than, 20 hours a week and less than $970, then you can do that every month. And you can test that as long as you feel comfortable. And then you could take a look at going to the next level. So that's just my opinion based on experience of what I've seen that has worked for others. So I hope you find this ticket to work, trial work period information helpful for you. For more tips from us here at the Disability Digest, of course, encourage you to subscribe, ring the bell, join our live events that we have on YouTube. And if you haven't joined us as a member, we encourage you to do so. Or if we haven't heard from you in a while, we encourage you to update your membership so that with your profile that you fill out, then we understand where you're at and what your concerns are. And we can provide you with relevant information to help you get your benefits, keep your benefits, or maximize your benefits. Thanks again for listening. This has been Brian Terry. Make it a great day.